introduce your work human operator stress assessment system. So, in the course of the work, the phenomenon of occurrence and cause of stress was investigated. Special attention was paid to professional stress. In today's trend generation that people suffer from physiological stress. Also, the literature contains several definitions of stress. It's clear that different forms of stress affects our mental and physical health. Stress is a natural feeling that in some cases helps the body protect itself. By their nature and origin, stressful situation can be related to the financial component, conflicts in relationships or at work. Among the surveyed 2,108 respondents from Portuguese University from all over the country, the results of the study show that 34% of respondents show signs of emotional exhaustion. 94% had signs of symptoms of lack of professional success and 6% show impressionality. Slow metabolism, digestive problems, and the immune system are a clear result of the effects of stress on the human body. Today's special certified equipment or software that would allow the entrepreneur to explore the level of stress is virtually absent. The purpose of this work is to create and develop the information system that automatically draws conclusions about the level of stress of the human operator during the work shift and possible further participant in the decision-making process. Method of the object of research. In the course of the work, the following methods were implemented for the study. Decision tree, Cummins neighbors method, native Bayes classifier, and our own natural networking was written by Keras. The object of the study was the human operator, his physical and mental performance in the event of occupation, stress, and after overcoming a stressful situation. The subject of the stress is the change of physical parameters of the human operator, such as pulse, pressure, etc., and speed of reaction. The time spent to solve the task sent by the development system under the influence of professional stress. The analysis of behavior, the human operator in case of stress during the workday relieved the process of developing a central coping behavior to adapt as quickly as possible to the requirements of situation, weaken or mitigate its requirements. In the case of persistent stress, emotional burnout and exhaustion were recorded, which led to the impossibility of further participant in the decision-making process. Because the brother must be responsible to his work during the working day, cause it some situations the wrong decision lead to damages to the health of other employees. That is the urgent need to determine this condition. Therefore, to achieve this goal, it's necessary to solve the following task. Investigate the main stages of development of occupation, stress, and its impact of mental and physical activity of human operator. Based on the activities of the human operator, determine its possible declamation and inability to participate in the decision-making process. Predict the further work of the human operator and the moment of critical overloaded. Just as the object of study is the human operator, the subject of the study is the change in the physical parameters of the human operator and the speed of reaction. The time spent to solve the problem sent by the developed system under the influence of professional stress. The values of all data are generated on the basis of publicly available information on the age, gender, physical characters of individuals. Stressful situations are created artificially to test and improve the performance of developed model. The values of all data are generated on the basis of publicly available information. Before starting work on the data, we carry out the preliminary processing, its data preparation. For this purpose, the value of the feature in the input vector are reduced to a given range, for example, 0 to 1. The need to normalize data samples is due to the nature of the algorithm and model of machine learning used. The initial values of the feature can vary in a very large range and differ from each other by several orders and magnitude. For example, um, since there are columns in the existing data set, we send first um, we first find columns those values are duplicated. For example, filial today yes or filial today no, and in the first step we combine them into a single column with value from 0 or 1. Also on this stage, the tapes in non-values were removed. The target attribute is a label column where 1 is stress and 0 is stress-free. The size of processed data is 1180 tapes. Number of respondents 92 people. Also, in our developed model, we integrated two tests. Test number one is Stroop color word inference test. In physiological, the effect of the script is called a reaction delay when reading word when the color of the word does not match the written words. For example, the word red is written in blue. In the standard version of the test, the subject is asked to read the name of colored words. This subtask is called word reading. The second subtask is to write the color on the ink. The last subtask is to write the color of the words that appears on the screen. The task number 2 is task to find a hidden object. The technique allows to access the concentration and attentiveness of the person. In the standard version of the test, it's suggested to find a hidden object, draw on the screen among other objects similar in shape of color. During the development of the proposed model, the following methods were implemented. Decision tree native bias classifier, the method of Cummins neighbors on neural network using keras. Also, in this figure is shown a graph of the accuracy of the model during training. The results achieved during the development of the model are shown in this table. The results show that the best accuracy is achieved in the method written by keras. Its accuracy 94%. So, in conclusion of contains influence of stressors of the human mind, the decision can be ill considered and made under the influence of emotions. In order to avoid such a situation in the workplace, the head of the enterprise should monitor the condition of the operator. To predict the stress of the human operator, the system of accessing the stress of the human operator was developed. The main task of the model is to predict on the basis of the obtained parameters of the human condition stress or not, to improve the performance of the model based on input data on physiological parameters, for example, like sex, age, height, bad habits. Additional testing was added. The purpose of the testing is to increase the accuracy of the model